we are back atop the amazingly cool building at the Contemporary in Austin, in the Crow's Nest specifically. It's an open air, like swanky rooftop. I don't know, what would you call this? What would you call this?
Crow's Nest is accurate.
Okay, cool. And
I've yet to see a crow, but I'll go with it.
Yes, we'll go with it. But we're hanging out with Russell Toynes and Jay Campbell from Studio Zoe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the guys to the show.
Hello.
This is awesome.
A lot of applause already.
So we've been, we're a couple of speakers and a workshop into the morning.
Yep.
And we're kicking the day off. How is your experience so far before we jump into who you are and what you guys do?
Experience so far has been awesome. I think that Matt and industry have, curated an amazing lineup. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we're only 2 speakers in, and people are already excited. Money is being exchanged. People are buying merch. It's T-shirts are everywhere. Ink is on everything. It's awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
I love that.
I thought it was really cool, especially from our vantage point. I think getting to oversee it kind of, but just seeing a bunch of people down there at the table going crazy, inking stuff, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how all these postcards come out from industry.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a really cool hands-on deal. Okay, so tell everybody about who you guys are and what you do.
So we are Studio Zoe. DZO is how most people read it, but the D is silent. And
naturally,
we are a sign and environmental graphic design agency?
Yeah, basically. Sign is kind of the bottom line of what we do, but we take that very, very creatively and very abstractly.
You hold the phrase sign loosely.
Yeah,
I get that.
So we have a traditional sign background and a traditional design background. And so we combine those two. So for those of y'all who are like, what the hell is a Zoe? A Zoe is a purposely man-made bred creature that is bred in the Himalayas, Tibet area of a cow and a yak.
Okay.
And so a yak, y'all know, is basically like a furry cow.
Right.
Sure.
And a cow is a cow.
Right.
And so they found out that if you breed the two together, you get a bigger animal with more fur, more milk, more meat, and can carry more. And so that's pretty much us.
It can stand on a mountain without falling over.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's what makes them awesome. So that's what makes us awesome, is that we're actually 2 industries combined greater than the sum of their parts.
You
I
have
like
more
that.
milk than all the other designs.
That's right.
Way more milk and
milk
more
in
meat.
it.
Yeah.
You have more
Yes.
meat.
I love
Are
it.
yaks the magical animals that can basically stand on any surface?
Yeah.
And a Zoe is better at that than the yak.
Weird.
Wow. Okay, so can I just
Yeah.
clarify one thing? When you first started talking, you said it was a bread creature. I'm thinking, a creature made of bread?
It's like Doughboy.
In my head, I'm thinking, how did they make this creature out of bread? And then
So
you kept
interesting.
going.
Yeast monster.
Yeah, I was with you, from the very beginning, based on a misunderstanding, but that's okay. The story ended up panning out well for everybody anyway.
I need to work on my 60-second.
No, it's good. I like it.
I like the idea of a bread creature, though. But you have those, you have the pins that are in, the buttons that are in the packaging, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's super nice. The pin itself.
It's like a matte feel?
It's got a matte, suede
it's the
feel
black
to it.
color?
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out to purebuttons.com.
Okay.
Give me money. But
Send it to us first.
yeah, no. They make this just for an extra little, couple cents. You get this matte finish and it feels sexy. And,
Yeah.
Oh, man,
we all get pins in our swag bags,
Yep.
but you want something that's going to be like, oh, look at this.
It's a different feel. You're like, oh, cool, a pin, and then you touch it, and you're like, oh, wait a second.
Well, I think I took it and I held it to these guys because I was opening my stuff up while they were still setting some stuff up, and I was like, feel this pin.
Well, that's the reason I didn't recognize that it was yours, because I didn't look at the pin. All I did was just
Thanks.
Yeah. But what
All right.
It could have just been white.
You
But
can
here's
save
what
money
I
on
do want to
printing.
say.
Cool.
So the feel of the pin, great. The production of the pin, awesome. Way to go. Push pop pins, they said.
Oh, pure button.
Pure buttons. That's it.
Money is definitely not coming down.
Yeah.
Tore the check.
I really wanted to just squash.
It was
the
there.
idea
They
of
were ready.
sponsorship. But what I liked about it, at the first glance, before even holding it, was the design, and the logo now makes so much sense to me. Knowing what a Zoe is. And so
Awesome.
maybe tell everybody the approach that you took. Well, what the logo is, and then talk to us about the approach that you took to it.
So the logo is a Zoe, and then you can see that also it is the mountains where it lives. And so shout out to a good buddy of mine, Joseph Bullard, and a previous student and good buddy of mine, Warren, and they basically collaborated, and then as an art creative director, I helped guide this whole thing. And the concept really came from, like I said, my partner Joe Arnella, future father-in-law. I get married on Friday.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
So he has a sign background, and I have a traditional design background, and like I said, I came up with all kinds of concepts. This invasive species, zebra mussels, and shit like that. And honestly, doing some research, I just found this thing that was like, what is this? Wow, it's cool, it's interesting, it's non-aggressive, yeah, that's how we landed on it. So the design really just wanted to be simple, clean, and stand out. If you look at sign industry, it all looks like shit.
Yeah, it's busy, it's crazy.
Now, I'll let Jay speak to that. He's been in the sign industry way longer than I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask where Jay fits into this whole puzzle.
I came out, I worked with Joe, the other part of the company, for about 10 years. First with him, and then at a company he started, and then kind of left back. And it's a cool industry because you get to build stuff, you get to create a lot, you get to see your designs be very, very tall sometimes. That's really neat. But the aesthetics are a nightmare half the time, and it's so job driven, and it rarely ever has a overarching sensibility or an aesthetic or anything like that. And I think this Studio Zoe was the opportunity to kind of change that and to try to kind of give it a general guiding hand and try to give
steer
people,
the ship.
Yeah, exactly. Steer the ship and bring a design thinking to it. And I feel like a lot of our best work comes out of the tension of thinking as a designer, but then having to think as a fabricator.
Yeah.
Like the way that those both work together and the way those fight. And a lot of we can't build it that way. Nope, build it that way. And the cool stuff you get out of those, you know.
It's always cool to see people who take their designs and make them into something real and tangible, because that it forces the idea of function with form as opposed to one or the other. And so I think that's admirable. So, Patrick.
Let's play a game.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if you listen to the show before, the idea, it's Master of One, is that each one of us are master of a category. And so today, each one of you are going to get a category that you will be the master of, and you're going to tell me something fun, new, noteworthy,
you tell all
exciting.
of us. You don't have to tell just
You can also tell me.
Yeah, we're not going to listen. We're going to carry on our own conversation over here.
But about whatever category you flip. So, Russell, if you want to go ahead and just flip one, let's see what it is. You're going to tell me about TV and film. So you're going to tell me something new, noteworthy, exciting from your perspective about either TV or film.
TV. All right. So I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
Okay.
We have been the family since season 1 that shuts the whole world down so we can spend an hour together watching other people do things we wish we could do.
Kill people.
So, kill people. Justifiably kill people,
No, I'm with you 100%.
So I guess to be a master of Walking Dead, to tell people who are not on board with Walking Dead, it is not about the zombies. The zombies are a constant. It's the people. It's what we do as human beings that are so much worse than what zombies are capable of doing.
How do you like the new season? Because we're just 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, something like that?
No, this 2 weeks in. Yeah.
We haven't even watched episode 2 yet, so don't say anything. But just
Oh yeah, no spoiler. But how are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Rick is back. And it's nice to see that. And I'm really anxious to see how they push Rick to top himself where he was at in previous season.
Another limit?
Yeah, another limit.
Kind of feels like the throat biting from several seasons back would maybe be a hard thing to top. But.
Now, I will say I'm grappling with the idea of, are we still the good guys? Now, when I say we only have it from one perspective.
Right.
And we've been on this journey.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm starting to question whether or not we are still the good guys.
That's a healthy
good
place
question.
to be, honestly. If you are still wholeheartedly bought into everything that happens regardless, I'd question your morality. And your humanity, honestly. So yeah, I think that's a good question.
I managed to catch one episode per season.
Oh,
it's always the first one.
What's going on?
You're missing
it.
Literally, we've watched the season, the premiere, the last 2 years. And now Andrew watches every week. He also shuts down his house and watches every week. But I don't. So I vaguely, I kind of know who the characters are, and I have an idea of some of the big plot points, but
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm casual.
Master
I'm
of
sorry.
TV and film.
Master of
everyone.
TV and film.
It's more on the film side.
So,
I'm sorry for disrespecting your love of Walking Dead.
Oh, no, I'm on board.
Like, I love it, but I'm not crazy about it.
It's all right. People are like that with Game of Thrones. I have never seen an episode. The more people tell me to watch it, I'm just like,
All right, so Jay, if you want to go
All right,
ahead and flip a
Jay, your
token.
Well, that's just crazy.
Oh, dang, food. All right.
Yeah, food is a popular one.
I got a lot of thoughts about food. First, since we're in Austin, I'm going to shout out my buddy's barbecue trailer out here, Micklethwait Barbecue.
Yeah, Micklethwait. Yeah.
Mess with that. It's some of the best in here. But
Yeah.
in general, I like cooking quite a bit.
Are you a barbecue guy?
I'm not a huge barbecue guy, but yeah, I try to get around. I don't like a lot of the line stuff. A lot of the stuff that closes runs out quick, and
Right.
I just can't be bothered to do it.
Okay.
So you
like
just don't
the-
want the experience. Like,
you
you would
don't
be
need
fine
the-
to eat that food. You just don't want to do the
It's the
whole
time
rigmarole.
commitment.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
maybe like once a year or something like that,
Yeah.
maybe more. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll be honest. So we did Franklin last time we were out here. We did that whole thing.
Yep.
It was good.
It was
I'm
real
not-
good.
But I just don't know that I can do the.
To be fair, though,
6
Patrick
hours of prep.
overate to
I
an,
did.
to an
Okay.
extent.
So
but you
to an
feel like you
extent-
got it right after you've waited that
3
long. You
pounds
feel like
doesn't
you have
sound
to
like
go
a lot
in.
of food. It turns out it's a lot of food.
Yeah.
I ate to the point that I was like sweating and clammy and oh, it was
Yeah.
bad. It was one of those
he
like
got the meat every
I have to go outside and
Did you know there was such a thing as meat attitudes? Because he got that.
everyone be quiet and leave me alone.
Yeah, it was.
I just
No
need to
one
deal
was
with this
allowed
right
to
now.
even
Totally
talk
was that.
around Patrick. Not talk to him. No one was allowed to talk
Just
around him.
shush, guys, shush.
Yeah,
Have you all-
Franklin hurt me.
Have
really
you all
bad.
done the like all day barbecue cooking at all yourselves? Or any of that?
No.
I feel like that's key. Like that, once you do that, it's so much fun, and it totally gives you a different appreciation of it because it
Like
takes
taking the
so
time to, like-
long. It's so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the flavor of it without having
Yeah.
to do that, and I'm fine to pay someone for it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But that's good.
So so we've digressed though. So food to you, like you said, you do a lot of cooking. Like, what's your thing that you like to make?
Lately it's just trying to get food on the table.
No, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But
This is a push for a raise.
not about the
This is
money,
what
it's
this
about the
is.
Let's imagine a world where you're filthy rich and you have all the time in the world. What do you make? Like, what's your thing?
roasting chicken right now. I'm
Okay.
just trying to get just the best roast chicken.
Is-
Nice.
Do all of the different, I
Jamming
don't
the
do much
stuff
on the
inside the chicken?
marinades. Yeah, do a little bit of that, different rubs.
Yeah.
Try and position it different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, try and handle that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, have we shifted conversation about food at this point?
Wait. Is there a food you would wait in line 5 hours for?
Not really.
Russell
I
with the
don't
quick
think
no.
so.
Not worth
A
it.
good key lime pie or something like that? No?
No.
Okay. All right. Not even for the experience.
What's your flavor combination for the
yeah,
chicken?
fair.
Like, what's the is it like rosemary and like a thing,
Yeah,
or
a
like
little rosemary, a little
like what's-
thyme. I've been like za'atar,
Okay,
a little bit of that. Yeah.
nice.
Isn't that an Indian instrument?
It's,
You just crumble it up. Oh, the sitar.
That's za'atar,
I
yeah,
see.
za'atar is like a Middle Eastern spice.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
tell
Yeah.
everybody where they can find you guys, what you're doing, how they can follow you guys, and support you.
So, studiozo.com. That's studiodzo.com. And we're on Instagram. Follow us, like us, all those cool things. Check out our site, look at our work, tell our friends, or tell your friends, not our friends, they already know.
I mean, if you give us their contact information, we'll tell them. Hey, we checked out their site.
Actually,
I think
some of
they
my
said to
friends don't
tell
know
you.
what the hell
I
we
think
do.
maybe you should focus maybe a little bit more on your marketing strategy. But that's cool.
Tell everyone how to say it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people see DZO, and it's, you know what, I'm okay with it. You know, if it gets us, the
Business?
clicks and all that, so be it. But it's Zoe. Get on Wikipedia, look it up, appreciate it.
How do you
and-
get a pin?
How do you get a pin? You just hit us up on Instagram. I'll
Okay.
send you. We got shirts. I mean, a couple of us are wearing shirts.
Nice.
The
and-
logo itself is worth.
It's super
is worth
good.
It. It's so good.
I like it
you
a lot.
guys killed
Awesome.
I'm
Can I
gonna
also
get one of
ask
them
one
shirts.
question? What can you explain all the purple ducks?
All right, awesome. Okay, so shout out to Retail Me Not in Phoenix. So that came through agency, an architect firm, STG. Shout out to them. They do amazing work. They came to us and said, "Hey guys, can you solve this problem?" And the problem was something that no one else wanted to touch this. I don't know why we did, because we're just gluttons for punishment, I guess. But it came actually with what's also on that page there, 5,000 gift cards hanging from a not flat ceiling. And so they said, "Hey, can you do this?" Of course, we said yes before knowing what this is. Sure. And then they said, "Oh, by the way, we have 642 ducks that we want to put in a specific pattern on the wall." And so we figured that out, got it done, super excited, and it's one of those things like, you bring brought to life, like you just mentioned, seeing your stuff come to life, building something.
That looks crazy.
It's just
awesome.
Way more fun than we thought it could be, and it's a statement piece. People get off the elevator there and they go, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want.
It was.
A good month, we just had random cards hanging
And
from our ceiling.
that's the kind of signage that you're talking about. It's not a sign, but it's
and that's what I mean by refer to environmental graphics. That's what we refer to, is that it's all about experience. I mean, a lot of people, there's UX designers. Everything that we do as designers should be user experience focused, whether it is a t-shirt, whether it's a installation, or whether it's on, digital. Everything should be thinking about the user. So that user who, whether it's an employee going to work or a partner coming there to meet with people, they get off that elevator and have an experience and go, "Wow, this is the type of company I'm working with." And so that's what we want to do, is bring that. We work with lots of people and hope that we elevate their brand. As you can imagine, we use the word elevate a lot with, the Zoe and the mountains, and we elevate brands, and we hope that, anybody listening to this, wants to elevate theirs, give us a call. Holler at us. Let's work together.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, hope you have excellent rest of the trip while you're here and the rest of the conference, and that you go get some really good food. Maybe not barbecue, because who wants to wait in line for that?
Yeah.
But thanks so much, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.